Balikan natin yung pagsusulat ng project proposal. Sa basic proposal format, natapos na natin talakayin ang cover letter, executive summary, identifying data, background or rationale, project description, at yung methodology. Ngayon naman, puntahan natin ang management and structure, monitoring and evaluation system, at saka budget. Kailangan ipakita kung paano balak ma-manage ng organisasyon ang proyekto. Maaaring ang proyekto ang pangunahing gawain ng organisasyon. Maaari rin naman ang proyekto ay bahagi lamang ng isang malaking programa ng organisasyon. Kung ito lang ang proyekto, tinitignan ng donor kung magpapatuloy ba ang organisasyon pagkatapos ng proyekto. Baka kasi umasa lang ang organisasyon sa donor para manatiling buhay ang organisasyon. Kapag bahagi lang ito ng isang mas malaking programa, binabantayan naman ng donor na hindi mapabayaan ang proyekto sa dami ng inaasikaso ng organisasyon. You will need to describe the proponent, its background and history, its vision, mission, and goals. Why is the proponent best suited to implement the project? What is its track record in project implementation and stakeholder engagement? Who is affiliated with it? How rooted is the proponent in the affected community or sector? Pinapakita ang organizational chart sa structure. How does the structure enable the proponent to be effective and efficient? How are people's roles differentiated or integrated? Would proper focus and attention be provided to critical strategies of the project? How does the organization exercise control and check and balance? How does it make decisions? How do people communicate and relate with each other? How does the structure reflect the organization's vision, values, and culture? So paano nga ba binabasa ang organizational chart? Maraming hugis at forma ang organizational chart tulad ng simple, large bureaucracy, highly divisionalized, adhocracy o kaya matrix structure. Pero pag-usapan lang natin muna yung mga karaniwang structures na madaling maintindihan ng mga pinagbibigyan ng mga proposals. Maaari naman baguhin ito, pero kailangan ng matinding paliwanagan kung lalabas sa mga conventional forms. Unang-una, ang pagbasa ng lines of authority ay from top to bottom. Hindi left to right o right to left o bottom to top. Ang mga boxes, ang mga posisyon o mga units sa organisasyon. Dito makikita ang mga titulo na naglalarawan kung anong mga papel o kaya tungkulin ng mga tao o ng mga units. Madalas ito lang ang pinapansin ng mga tao sa pagbasa ng org chart. Pero sabi ng ilan, mas mahalaga tignan ng mga linya dahil ito nagsasabi kung paano nakikipag-ugnayan ng mga tao sa organisasyon. Kanino ka napapailalim at kailangan mag-report sa struktura? Gaano ka kalayo sa ibang mga units o sa mga decision makers? Yung ibang charts naglalagay pa ng mga broken lines para makita ang ugnayan sa mga tao na tumutulong sa organisasyon pero hindi naman bahagi ng organisasyon. Para sa mga bahagi ng chart, nasa pinakataas ang strategic apex. This is responsible for organization-wide strategic thinking, consolidation, and synthesis of ideas, culture, policies, and practices. They should provide overall leadership, management, and inspiration. Below that is the middle line or management. These are heads of units or key organizational leaders. They provide local strategic decision-making. They often provide technical competence in leading a thematic team or geographic team. Operating core or program staff are the direct service providers to target partner communities. Ito ang mga frontliners ng organisasyon. Ang program support staff ay kadalasang staff na tumututok sa admin, finance, human resources, logistics, procurement, mandatory o kaya yung mga legal requirements ng organization at iba pa. Take note na nasa side at hindi nasa ilalim nila ang linya sa program staff. Wala silang direct authority, pero mahalaga ang suporta na binibigay nila para sa core staff. Maaring masabi na sila ang gumagawa ng mga reproductive roles sa organization. The technostructure provides technical expertise like gender or disaster risk management experts, or they fill gaps such as monitoring and evaluation experts, strategic thinking support, fundraisers, or proposal writing to the middle line or to the operating core. Maraming organisasyon ang hindi na naglalagay ng technostructure dahil konti lang ang tauhan nito. Minsan consultants na lang ang kinukuha. Para sa iba na gustong integrated ang ganitong mga serbisyo para masigurado ang pagpapalakas ng buong organisasyon, naglalagay na sila ng technostructure. Ang lapad ng organisasyon ang nagdedetermina kung gaano ka-differentiated ang organisasyon. Mas mataba, mas differentiated. Either there are many areas of focus or roles have been highly defined and made very specific. The organization may recognize that there are different areas of work that must be attended to. Providing focus is a main challenge for the leadership and management. It can also mean that job descriptions are being well reduced so that if a staff or member leaves, they can easily be replaced. Kung mas payat, usually generalists ang mga teams. Maraming kayang gawin ang bawat unit. 3 filing cabinet ng karunungan ng katumbas ng bawat isa. Kaya napakahirap palitan ang bawat miyembro. Ang taas ng organisasyon ang nagdedetermina ng decision-making processes. Mas matangkad, mas centralized dahil mas malayo ang linya ng mga tao sa baba sa mga decision makers. Kaya sinasabi na mas mahirap maging participatory kapag matangkad ang organizational chart. Kung medyo flat ang organisasyon, mas decentralized dahil mas madaling makausap ng mga leader ang mga tao sa pinakababa. Siyempre, depende din naman yan sa klase ng leader. Isang paraan lang ito para ma-interpret ang mga org charts. Sa staffing, dito na pinapakita ang galing ng mga tao sa loob ng organisasyon at ang kanilang mga tungkulin. The logical framework in the strategies or methodology section already has identified the different impact, outcome, output, and activity indicators. This section allows you to describe your approach and plan in M&E. Kadalasan kasi masyadong nakatutok sa activities kaya nakalimutan na mag-monitor. O kaya, nakakalimutan kung para saan ang proyekto. Magkakaroon tayo ng mahabang talakayan sa M&E. Kaya mabilis na pasada lang ito sa M&E system na ilalagay sa proposal. Balikan natin ang definition ng indicators. Indicators are markers against which to measure changes or results, both expected and unexpected, positive and negative. Who sets indicators? How many indicators are needed? How mixed are the quantitative and qualitative indicators? These will all depend on why you are doing the M&E. Indicators inform decision making, measure progress and achievements, clarify consistency between activities, outputs, outcomes, and impacts, ensure legitimacy and accountability to all stakeholders, assess project and staff performance. And more than that, sinasabi rin na dapat ang indicators natin ay spiced. Subjective, meaning it values insights of people, participatory, interpreted based on the local context, cross-checked and compared, empowering, diverse and disaggregated. Take note that we want to measure the change. Minsan kasi yung mga project developers pinipili yung mga komunidad na progresibo na. Tapos sasabihin dahil sa proyekto yon. In determining the change, we need to compare the current situation to the baseline. We need to identify how we are going to verify these indicators. We will use quantitative data or qualitative data. What if we don't have a baseline? What if unexpected and unintended change happens, as it always does? Ilang mga challenges lang ito sa pagpili ng akmang M&E approach at tools na gagamitin. Here is a sample matrix to show your M&E system. It looks straightforward, but filling in the boxes will require a lot of thought and participation. Pag-usapan naman natin ngayon ang budget. Minsan nauuna gawin ang budget, mas lalo na kung konti lang ito o kaya kung fixed ang budget ng donor para sa proyekto. Pero kadalasan, nahuhuling ginagawa ang budget dahil kailangan makita ang latag ng mga strategies at activities. Mahalagang maintindihan na nakikita sa budget ang lahat ng balak gawin ng proyekto. Madalas nga nakakalimutan lagyan ng budget ang monitoring and evaluation. Kapag may conditionality na pinapagawa ang donor, kailangan makita ito sa budget. Gusto nila ng audited report? Dapat may budget para sa auditor. Gusto nila na gumamit ng humanitarian standards ang organisasyon para sa emergency response? Dapat maglaan ng pondo para makapag-comply ang organisasyon. A budget describes an amount of money that an organization plans to raise and spend for a set purpose over a given period of time. A budget is used for planning since it estimates costs and determines sufficiency of existing funds. For fundraising, since it allows managers to negotiate with donors by providing details on how grants will be spent. For project implementation, since it allows managers to monitor expenditures. And for evaluation, since it provides information on efficiency and accomplishments of the projects. The project budget informs donors of costs, or how much will the project cost, detailed allocations, or where will the funds be spent, contributions, or what can the beneficiaries or the community contribute, what can other donors contribute to the project, and priorities, or what are the strategies to be funded, which expenses are prioritized. Donors use these information to determine which projects best provide value for money. Kung private sector, ang value for money ay simpleng cost-benefit analysis lamang. Mas malalim ang ibig sabihin ng value for money para sa mga development-oriented donors. Sa diagram na ito, ang cost-benefit analysis is economics or keeping the costs down, at efficiency or maximizing benefits for a given level of funds. Kasama din dapat ang effectivity or ensuring outputs will deliver the desired outcomes. More progressive donors include equity or ensuring benefits reach the poorest and most marginalized. Here is a simple sample budget. Details of budgets are laid out. Makikita natin sa budget na ito na ang bulton ng pondo ay para sa direct costs. In this research proposal example, direct costs are in data gathering, publications, and validation of data. These direct costs run up to 86% for this project. Indirect administrative costs should be kept at a minimum. Here it is 15%. Ang usual range ay mga 15 to 25%. Some donors require a local counterpart so that the proponent will have a stake on the project. This supposedly enhances their ownership of the project. Usually, such local counterpart comes in the form of sweat equity or yung labor contribution ng community, foregone salary income of the staff, valuation of existing assets of the organization. Kunwari, kung meron silang projector, they can value the supposed rental fees for this and just label it as local counterpart. Local counterparts can range from 10 to 30% depending on the conditions of the donor. May mga katanungan po?